Today I'm joined by Ann Gidner, who is the CEO of Ziccum. Welcome to Eucaps, Ann.
Thank you very much.
We last met back in May and discussed your recent evaluation agreement with the prominent player in the mRNA space. And since then, you have published a Q2 report confirming strong progress on the technical and commercial side. And you've signed another evaluation agreement with a major global pharma company for a funded feasibility study. If we start with the Q2 report, could you elaborate on the key highlights there first?
I'm very happy to, because it has been amazing number of milestone achievements we have delivered during this quarter. And it's truly fantastic because we have the most important milestone for the company so far, both on the scientific technical side and on the commercial side. So it's been a great achievement by the team here. First, we have on the scientific side, we have now achieved successful readouts with proof that we can treat mRNA in LNPs. This is a very, very big achievement. And why is it? Well, with laminate-pace, we can formulate and dry a lot of compounds. We have focused, the most difficult compounds are biopharmaceuticals, and that's where the biggest need is. And one of the very most complex and difficult items to treat is mRNA and LNP. And we have achieved this. So it's a fantastic readout. We have achieved both very good preservation of particles and also of activity, which is the next step. We have tried the mRNA genetic activity. So this is very, very good starting point to now apply this for mRNA drugs that could be developed successfully only with this kind of technique, because there are so many treatments that are not feasible today when you just have that today is very, very fragile and not at all stable mRNA existing. As a follow-on on the technical side, because I could mention that this mRNA readouts, this is the result of many years of work, both developing our equipment and learning all the ins and outs of each specific compound involved, in this case mRNA. And based on all this development, we have now stepped up our intellectual property protection a lot, because we have been working for a long time on new patent applications. We were very happy to submit 3 new patent applications in April to secure a very good protection for our high-value technology. So that's the scientific side. Then we get to the business side, where we have done amazing progress. We have signed not 1, but 2 very impressive agreements with world-leading players. The first one was signed in May 9th. We could announce a signed feasibility study with one of the world-leading biotech corporations in mRNA development, a company which has been very active in the COVID pandemic indeed. And they have now approached Ziccum to improve their management and handling of mRNA for several reasons. We have signed a paid study. And of course, I'm very, very happy for this fact, because this is the first revenue for the company. And it's not insignificant. It's a revenue of several million SEK, Swedish krona. So we are really stepping up our game significantly here.
And you're going now, as it seems, from a startup with a visionary outlook to becoming a significant player in the biological field, and in particular in the mRNA space. How have you managed to do this in such a short period of time?
Yeah, there are 3 or 4 main components coming together here. First of all, it's the core of the company, that we have this really new technology based on a unique principle. So it's something that nobody else has done. And this is, of course, a very good starting point. And this has been developed for many years in Ziccum. But now, this last year, we have implemented a new business model, high-value business model for licensing, where we can generate the most possible value from this technology, unlike just doing custom drying or something. We also, on this business side, we have stepped up to a completely different level of business development on a very professional level, with a very good outreach internationally. We are doing this with really senior efforts. It's myself and the chairman of the company board who is doing this. And then thirdly, the timing is amazing because the pharmaceutical industry has never seen such a game changer as the mRNA technology platform. So from slow-paced vaccine development and in general slow-paced pharmaceutical projects, because it takes a long time to take a drug to market, very, very long time. The industry has seen a big shift, that all kinds of players, big pharma, big biotech, small players, as well as contract manufacturing organizations, they are all so keen to try to improve whatever they can achieve based on the mRNA platform. And we are a very important piece to that achievement that can be done. So we have the fantastic interest, we have this very strong, a lot of hard work in business development, and we have this great technology.
And now, of course, you have significant commitments to deliver on. How are you planning to, and how are you seeing the development going forward to deliver on these commitments?
Exactly. We are now in the very nice situation. We are in collaborations with the world-leading scientists. We are getting input and learnings from the most fantastic people. But of course, we have to meet this and step up to the deliveries. And we are growing, but it's a careful growth, not to overexpand too quickly, because that's always a trouble. I'm also cost conscious, that we want to make the best possible use of our funds. So we are, first of all, replacing some consultants with full-time employees, because that's cost efficient and we get excellent people on board. Second, we are growing and adding new positions. So we have added recently a quality assurance specialist. We have hired in June a very, very experienced CFO, a financial officer from the industry. And right now, we are signing up with the chief operating officer. So we are really stepping up the expertise level and the competence and growing carefully to meet this demand.
And as you mentioned before, Ziccum is now revenue generating. I guess that brings more opportunities and flexibility to the company going forward as well.
For sure. And that's why it's such a nice situation.
Yeah.
Because we are now adding, like I started saying, we have signed the first agreement, then we have signed the second agreement, which wasn't mentioned there, with a big pharma who is obviously an extremely strong partner here and has all the funds to go forward if the technology is proven successful. So the first agreement we are taking in several million SEK. The second agreement is larger, so that one is more money.
Yep.
And of course, I so wish I could mention the partners, and I also would be very happy to mention the exact numbers, but as we have chosen not to do that, not to disturb other ongoing negotiations. So I can mention also that in addition to the precise study performed for the partner, we are also adding internal studies to reconfirm. So we are really trying to step up the game to ensure good results.